Previously, major part of the presentation has been delivered by my friends, and the topic which has been covered by them are what is load flow, objectives, types of buses, load flow techniques, Gauss and Gauss-Seidel method, Newton-Raphson method, its advantages and disadvantages, simulation of load flow analysis, and scope of the project. Now, I am going to discuss about essential blocks for the load flow analysis. The first one is bus bar connector. So the bus bar connector is used for the interconnection of buses. In the electrical transmission system, a bus bar connector is a vertical line that connects components such as generator, loads and transformers. The second is three-phase source. We need to select the right three-phase voltage source for model to conduct a load flow analysis. The selection of source depends on whether we want to prioritize simulation, accuracy or performance. And the third is load flow bus. Load flow bus is required to specify the bus location and parameters to solve load flow. There are two kinds of load flow. The first is positive sequence load flow applied to three-phase system, and the second is unbalanced load flow applied to mix of three-phase, two-phase and single-phase system. Next we require display. The display block shows the value of its input and also for observation of measurements. Next we require three-phase VI measurement. Three-phase VI measurement is used to measure instantaneous three-phase voltages and currents in a circuit. And when connected with three-phase elements, it returns the three-phase to ground or phase-to-phase voltages and currents. Now the next is three-phase RLC series block. Three-phase RLC series block implements three balanced branch consisting of each R, L and C, which are to be placed between each of buses as a line parameter. And the next one is three-phase RLC parallel block. This block is similar to three-phase RLC series, but this block is used as a load to the line. Now the last one is power GUI. Power GUI block is necessary for simulation of any Simulink model containing power system blocks. It is used to store equivalent Simulink circuit that represent state equation of the model. GUI stands for graphical user interface that displays steady state value of measurement, current and voltages, as well as all state variables like capacitor voltage and inductor current. Power GUI allows to modify initial state in order to start the simulation from any initial condition. Now I am stopping here. This is the end of presentation. Thank you.